You a fucking bitch. What's up? Yeah, I wanted to come on here before I had got too busy today. I was gonna be doing a bunch of stuff, so I didn't know if I was gonna be able to come back. So, and then I was in spaces earlier this morning when I first woke up, and they was talking about this Cardi B and Offset situation, and I was just getting pissed off because some people is saying that it's not right for Offset to be asking for spousal support, but I'm like, why not? Women do it all the time. And one of the guy's arguments was he was the one who was cheating, and he was the one who was stepping out on the relationship and causing all of these problems. But at the same time, yeah, it is a trending topic. But at the same time, it's just like that's irrelevant because we see so many women now who basically sabotage relationships. They get with these rich individuals, people who got money and whatnot, sabotage the relationship, get a divorce, and then ask for spousal support and get it. They get spousal support, child support, cars, houses, and they be the ones who cheated, ruined relationships, done all of this bad stuff. So I'm just confused as to why so many men that I was hearing was arguing that, you know, that these guys shouldn't be asking for this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of it. I'm finna go back to it because that's what I was just listening to. So I'll let y'all hear some of it.
You
Things
turn
was
into being a
I'm
stripper and a
supposed to
porn
continue.
star,
Hold
but if
on,
I could have
I'm
been there, I
supposed to
would have.
continue to go to jail, right? Lose my job and all that shit. Now I can't pay. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, little Susie, I'm sorry you grew up without a dad, but I ain't want to lose my job. I didn't want to lose my job. I didn't want to go to jail.
But
See,
but
And I don't
hold on.
want your
See, that,
mother to
that
think
part.
bad about me
She
but
either.
married.
but
My
yo
girl's
yo,
mother
this is the
married.
thing though. But hold on, but this is the thing, yo yo. You realize that when it comes down to the court system, this is the fun thing about when you guys get the court involved in your families, right? You realize that as soon as she puts you on child support, that means she has to give you visitation. So if she doesn't grant you visitation and she impedes the court, you actually can go back to the court to petition that if she is impeding the court's decision, she actually has to now have a bench warrant out. It's you men
I
who are not
have to find
enforcing.
her, princess. I've done that. I'm
You
trying to
don't.
tell
You're
you.
not the only one that has to find her. At some point, there is some way that her name is out there, including you're saying you don't know your child's
Exactly,
name.
and that's what I'm doing.
I'm
I'm
no, no, no.
looking.
Listen. Wait. You're not hearing what I'm saying because you keep saying exactly. Your child has a first, middle, and last name more than likely and a date of birth. You're saying that the court can't even find your child. In the
They,
United States of America in 2025, and mind you,
I'm not
we've
saying
been
they
having Big
can't.
Brother
I'm saying
involved.
that
You're
they
saying they
won't. They
can't
said
find a
they.
person who goes to public school.
This is exactly what they said. They said that I have to have an address so I can have her served. That's what they keep telling me. I had to get a private eye. The private eye that
So
for
you
the
don't know your
past
kid's
10
mother
years,
name and all
I've
of
been
that shit.
paying 5 to 10 grand for a private eye. My family does the same shit that you're doing right now, Princessa. You could
Don't
do
you
this,
got
you could do
paperwork?
that,
Didn't
you
you
could do
say
this,
you went
but
through the
they
court
no one
system?
And you don't
knows
know who you
until
had
you
a
actually
baby with.
in
It's
that
easy to find
situation.
her. What you talking
It's
about?
not easy. I'm telling you.
It
If you got,
is.
I'm telling you, it's way
Niggas get
easier
doxxed
said
on here.
than done.
Yeah, hold on, yo yo.
Oh, my bad, bitch.
You
Yo
you
My
yo.
bad.
good?
Did
You
you
good?
My
did
Niggas
you
bad,
get
say
bitch. I
you
didn't
doxxed
mean
on
went
to
through
here
the
interrupt.
every
court
day with
system?
little or nothing, my nigga. Stop, bro.
Okay.
Stop.
Then you, I tell you what,
That's true.
I'll inbox you her information. If you can do better than me, I'll
All right.
apologize.
Inbox me
Hey,
shit.
Lowski will
Wait
find
a
her
Well,
minute.
ass,
I'm
nigga.
just
Lowski will
saying,
find her for
you all are
No,
telling me
I
what
can't
I
Hell
find
can
shit.
and
no.
can't do, or how
So you
easy it
gonna
is.
change your
It's
And
name
not for
I've
from
been
free.
Yo-Yo
doing it
to
for I've
Bozo
been
if you
going for
keep
what?
that
I've
up.
been in and out of court for the past 10 years, the same singing the same song. Every
So
year I
somewhere
try to
out
put
there,
myself on child
so you
support.
mean to tell, so you mean to tell me somewhere out there in Georgia right now, it's a woman moving from city to city, with a child,
I don't
registering
know.
them in,
I
in
don't know.
school every single year, just to get away from you. And you know what I'm saying? I know you brought up earlier the DV situation. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said something wasn't adding up then. I said that then. Like it's gotta be something the way like serious that you probably ain't telling us about. Or maybe it isn't, man.
Hey,
You
you
know
a
what I'm
black
saying? But
American,
I
bro?
I
just
don't think she in
I don't
witness
know what's going
protection, Lowski. She not in witness protection.
I know, man. But this woman's been running from him for years, for 10 years with the
You
But
can do your
child.
Loloski,
homework.
this is
You
the
can do
thing
your
that's so
homework if you want
interesting,
to. I
right?
mean, like,
There are women on this app who go on dates with men, and they will go and pay $1.99 or sign up for a free trial to get a
done that.
background
I've
check
done it
run on
all.
them.
I've
Let
done
me
it
hold
all.
on. Let me just finish what I'm saying.
Just
If
saying.
you're
Hold
trying
on,
to
yeah, I
if
want to
you're
hear this.
trying to tell me that these employers and women who just want to go out on a date or they get mad at their man and they can pay $1.99 to pay one of these companies to do a background check, are you really trying to tell me that there's no way to find that she's ever had a loan? Because you know you can search for that, right? You're saying that you're trying to pay a private eye. Do you
Yes,
know
yeah,
that? Well, hold on, let
but
me
what?
finish because you're not letting me finish because you want to hurry up and tell me what you've already done. You're saying you have paid for representation, and these representations, as far as these lawyers, these attorneys, they have PIs on retainer, and those PIs, as well as the lawyers themselves,
That
they
costs
have the
money.
ability to have income to search and do skip traces. They can search for loans. They can search for anything that she would have had, including your child. You're telling me that your daughter's untraceable with social media and everything that's available, including her mother in 2025. You're telling me all we need is one of these bitter women or just any woman in general or Dustiana or anybody, and all we need to do is give her your child's info and your child's mother's info, and they can find the child, because I know these lawyers with their private eyes on retainer can find the child and find the mother. There's no way you're telling me that she is
Princess.
so well hidden she's never needed
Yes,
any kind of
princess.
money,
That's what
any
I'm
kind of
telling.
income
This
or
is
nothing. You know
from
that's
experience.
insane.
From experience,
That's one of
princess.
them
From
old caping ass
experience.
niggas right
From
there.
experience. Yes, I
But
can't tell you what
dog
she's
say,
doing. I
man, this is
just
why I
know
don't
from
blame Anthony Edwards for
experience.
doing what
Yes,
he did. Some
all the
women
money that I
can
paid,
be
they still
difficult or
haven't
make things
found her.
difficult if
Yes,
y'all
from
split with the kids.
experience.
Yeah,
Yes, you cannot
they
put things
definitely
in your
can.
name. Yes,
That's
you
true.
don't have.
Oh, I just did the math in my head. She's grown
No,
now.
she's
That's
I just
no,
did the
definitely
she's
math.
true. Only
11. She'll
thing
be
I
a
had an
No, no,
issue
no.
with
You
was
said
just
you
him not
divorced.
wanting to be
You
around
said,
his
oh,
She's
she's
kids.
11
11. She'll
now.
be
Okay, I thought you
she'll
said
be
when
11. The
when you
last time I
divorced
I
saw
your
her
wife,
was
she was
I
one
would
and a
11.
half.
definitely want to
Okay.
be
Ever
around
did
my
the when I
kids.
the
I just
first
think as a
time
man, you should
she
want to
didn't
be
the first
around your
time she
kids.
didn't
Now the
show up,
woman,
I
you ain't
called
got
the
nothing to,
cops. They
you
said
don't
you
want
got
to
to
have
go to
nothing to do
court.
with
You got to
her.
go to civil court.
I don't have
Went to
no
civil
issue with
court.
that.
Got a lawyer. The lawyer
I
told me,
don't.
yeah, we're gonna do this just to stop the
And
bleeding of
him,
the money
even the child
process. And
support.
that's when they put me
If
on
he
the
wanted to just pay it
mediation
up
and
front and get it
visitation.
over with and
Then when
not
she
really have to
stopped
deal
doing
with her
that,
on that
went back to court.
type of
They said
time,
that no, you
I
gotta
don't have an issue
what you
with that
call it, you
either.
gotta
I would
petition her,
just, you know,
but we need an address. So I didn't have
my
an
whole
address
thing
for her
is about
except
the
the address
kid.
that she
But with this
where
whole
she had
So
the
you
baby
saying your
first.
lawyers were stupid? What kind of
Offset
No, I'm
world
not
we
saying
live
my
in?
lawyers are
Cardi
stupid,
B
princess. I'm just
issue,
saying that this is what
yeah,
happened.
I was feeling some
I've
type of
dumped
way when they
wild
were
money
saying
into
all of
this
this
shit
because I'm just
over the
like,
years. I'm never gonna
how is it
stop.
not
I'm never gonna stop. But
right
what I'm saying is,
for the
I don't
man
even
to
get
ask for
upset when
spousal
people
support?
correct me
Women do
because
this
you all
all
don't
the
know.
time.
You don't
Do you
know.
pay
There
child
are
support?
I would
so
love
many
for you to send
instances
me
where
your
we
No, I
lawyer's
know
don't
where
pay
these
child
women
information,
do
because
support
this
I
to
because
want to.
you
men.
I want
close the
these lawyers to
case.
be
But
told
they
on.
seem to,
These
they
are the
act as if
worst
like
lawyers.
it's a
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
she
bad
didn't
thing for a
close
guy
it.
to
She just
ask for
like
spousal
So
bitch.
support.
every
She
I
lawyer
got
that
don't
out
I
the
think it
got
way for
must have
is.
that.
been
Wait.
trash because
I don't
I'm
think it
telling you,
is.
and I'm not
If
the
they were
and
living a
two
certain
go on
type of
social
lifestyle,
media, go
then it just
look
is
on
what it is.
Instagram.
And y'all
There's
break up and he
a
still
movement.
wants to
It's
live
called
this type of
Fathers.
lifestyle, then he should be
They got
entitled to ask
there's
for
a
child
guy. He
support,
goes out in front
no
of the
matter whether he
courthouses
cheated or
and he
not.
advocates for fathers not being able to see their kids
I
because the
mean,
mothers
women,
do what they
y'all wanted to
do,
be the
and it's a whole
breadwinners.
movement.
Well, here you
And it
go.
took him years and years and
It's
years
been
and
going on
years.
If
for a
this was the
while.
other way around,
Yeah,
they wouldn't have
like
no
I'm not.
issue.
Look, I would.
Even if the
You
woman
saying
cheated on
that
the
there's got to
man,
be more to
and
it.
they said, and the
I am in
man said, "Well,
agreement
she
with
cheated on him.
everything
Why
that you
should
are
he have
all
to pay?"
saying. Let's
They
just
should be
call a
like,
spade a
"Well, I
spade.
know he
Can I
cheated.
can
I
I
know she
find her?
cheated, but
I'm
you know,
trying.
she's gonna
But
have
you
those
all
You can
say,
kids.
track
oh,
your
this is
child
this,
He should
oh,
be
support
able
this
to
is
pay
record
that.
and all
I've
something."
done
kind of shit,
See,
everything
they
that you
medical
can
said,
always
records,
princess.
reconcile with the
I've
fact
done
when
it.
it's a
everything,
The
woman.
bro.
They can
only thing that I don't
always
have is my
come
daughter's
to something in
social,
their
and
mind
that's
where,
what's
yeah,
stopping me from finding
he
her
yeah,
in
he
That should
general.
be
should
As
he
on her
far
should
as
he
birth
her
should pay
mother
certificate. You
something.
got a
He
goes,
should
copy?
pay something. But when
huh?
it's the
No, I don't
woman,
have. That's
they
the
like,
thing. I don't have a
no,
fucking copy
no.
of the
And you
fucking
know,
birth
If
somebody
you were a
did bring
father,
up an
so
certificate.
you should be
instance
able to
where
go
they
to the
were
Social
talking about
Security office and
Yandy and
request
Mendices.
one.
I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all
if you
know
That's
got her
Yandy
birth
and
date, you
I
the
have
city
Mendices,
she
her.
was
I
born
you
have
know,
to
in.
the
have
hip
her
hop. But
social though.
Yandy,
That's
she's
another
like,
thing that
she was
what you
working for
call it, that
record
I need to
companies and
that I to get
stuff. She made way
go
more
to the
money
hospital.
than
I haven't done that
Mendices.
yet because they
And
said that if I go to the hospital,
at
they can
first,
do the
she was like,
Nigga,
I
you
don't know if
gotta
we
be
should
the
get
most
married
I gotta
because she
get
was making
something
more
done
money than
ass
him.
nigga I ever
And I
heard in
just
my
thought that
life.
was so funny because I'm
no, no, no,
thinking,
no, no, no.
look,
I've gotten a
when
lot.
women make
That's
more money
one
than
thing
me
I
and they
haven't done.
hesitant,
Bro.
Y'all bugging
well,
out.
I
All you
need
gotta
to
do is
really
go to the
think
Hall
about
of
this.
Records
No,
and
I
get a
don't know if this
photo
is
it's
and
like
good
all
for
that.
my
it's
It's
gonna
like
be
you
for
tripping.
my
You
reversed.
How
finances
far
that she
far
don't
down
make
on
as
the
much
list is
money as
get my
me.
daughter's birth
Da da da
certificate from the
this, and they
It
got
hospital?
gotta
all
How
be
these
far
just
down
more
on
than
the
that. They
list?
excuses
got a
and
record
shit.
of her
But
birth.
when it's a man,
And
what
I'm
if
When
a
keep
she
man
that
was
left,
to
there's
one.
stop and
more than
say,
likely her
Keep
mom already
that
I
had
one.
her.
don't
Keep
So
know,
that
you
one.
already
you
I'm gonna
don't make
keep
as much
that
money as
one
me.
right
I
there.
don't
But the
think this is
rest,
good for
y'all
my
bugging out
finances. I
because y'all
think we
don't
should
know.
just
It's the
slow our
That
beginning.
must
roll.
not be a black
We should just
American.
take our
I'm,
time. The
What
woman would
are
be like,
you?
you a bitch. I
Well,
mean, why did I get
he's a
married? You
Yeah,
don't
nigga.
what is
love me.
that?
I will.
I
will
mean,
say
the
this really
guys
quick
ain't
and
the
really
guys
fast.
like
I
they
also
used to
want to
be.
say I think
See,
it's
my
real funny
grandpa and my
that
my
like
dad, they would have
for a
never
lot
said
of
nothing
women
like that.
consider
They
themselves.
don't care about
I
stuff
one
like
Like,
second,
that.
y'all
G,
hear
brother.
what
I
I
Hold on,
just
just
hold
want
on,
to
said?
South
hold on,
say
hold
this
on,
Carolina
Y'all
hold on,
hear
hold
times
what
are
on,
I'm
G
about
Money,
to
different
hold on,
now.
G Money, hold on,
Yeah, I
hold on, G
thought
Money.
that was so
Princess,
funny
she
for
was
them to
talking.
bring up
I'm gonna
that
let you
Sure,
finish.
example
sure. I was gonna
Yo,
because
say this,
that
Uncle
Black.
Will,
I
let
that
me
was
think
a
get
it's
my
bad
very
answer.
example to me.
interesting that a
That was a
lot of the
bad
women
example.
who are upset about the men asking for spousal support, especially Black American women,
Say I
I
agree
find it
about
to be
being
very
involved with the
interesting that
child
you want
life,
to
at
support
least
a
wanted or
non-Black
unwanted.
woman
But
wanting to
yeah, it
denigrate and
shouldn't be an
talking about the
issue if a
death
man
of a
asks for
Black man
spousal
because he's
support.
asking
Yeah,
for
it
spousal
shouldn't be no
support,
issue.
as well as all these other
It
women out
definitely
here
shouldn't be
who
an
pay
issue.
spousal support
If he
all of the
wants to
time.
ask for spousal
You're
support, he
saying
should
right
be able
now is
to
when you being your
definitely
most
ask
feminist
for
self
spousal
that you're
support.
all for all these
Period.
other women paying, not paying child support or not spousal support, excuse me, not having to take care of things because they want to make more money because all of a sudden you're for all women now. When it's this woman can say, I want this nigga dead, and you're like, yeah, he should die because he wants spousal support. So I think it's real funny. This, shout out
Yeah,
to the movement of being Black right now because all of a sudden you don't want a Black man to win because how dare a man have to get money from a woman when women do this all the time. Y'all can finesse men that you don't like
this is
when
coming
you're
from a
broke,
woman.
when you're hungry, when kids are not yours. Some
Yep.
people they got to pay for your kids just to go out on dates, but all of a sudden you're down for the death of a Black man because he wants some spousal support. And these people not your friends, their
What
family.
the fuck is
Cardi
she
B wouldn't
talking
spit on you
about?
if you were on
Get the
fire.
see.
But I love that this is
I
a
know
thing
her.
right now because like they're
She's
definitely
a money
supporting
hungry
him,
broad.
supporting her wanting him
It's
dead
finna
for
get
spousal
good.
support.
Minxie up here. What's up, Minx?
I was
Hey
gonna
y'all.
ask the brother if he in Florida, because
What
you
up, G
could go
Money?
through Vital Check. What's up, brother? You can go through Vital Check, and you don't even need the Social Security. All you need is the date of birth and the name and the place of birth,
You said
and you
Vital
can
Check.
get that.
Just so I Google Vital Check.
Yeah, go to Vital Check. That's how I obtained my grandmother's death certificate,
And
and all you need is that information right there, and you should be able to
but
obtain a
he could
birth
have put
certificate, no
himself on
problem.
child support, and that
I
would have.
did. I keep
Exactly.
That's
telling
what
you,
I was just about to
motherfuckers.
tell
I
him.
did. I did. I did.
He lying.
I did. That was how I got visitation. And then
Oh, I
she
was finna
closed the
say.
case.
Do
Then I
you know
went
what
back.
state
Hold
your
I
on.
was finna
daughter
I
is
say.
went
in?
back and tried to put myself on child support. You know
Do
what
you
they
know what
That's what I
told
was
me?
state your
finna say.
daughter
They
is
said
in?
that, hold on. They said when I put myself back on child support, they sent the papers to her. She didn't sign nothing. I went back to the court. They said the same fucking thing. You gotta have an address for her. I said, well, these are the addresses that I have for her. And they have all been served for the past 10 years. The same address, her mother's address, her sister's address, where they shared the house together. I don't know where her and her husband live. And I had an address
She
on
goes
that,
to
and that was
school.
in
She's
the
been to the
husband's
doctor
mother's name.
before. They know where
Exactly.
she's at.
They know.
God, but okay, they might know where she's at, but it doesn't
And
matter.
I'm saying you
It's
know where
about the
she's at.
courts,
If
right?
she's been
It's
to school,
about the
is
court. It's
she
about satisfying the court.
He just
is
want to
she in the?
overtalk
Do you
niggas.
know
He
what
ain't
state
listening.
she's in?
No, it's between Georgia and Florida, from what I understand. The child
So you
support.
just do
Well,
a
hold
you
on, real
go through
quick.
the
The
school
child support
district.
lady even hinted to me. They couldn't tell me where she was at because they have her address. Clearly, they have it because
So
they
what's
sent the
the issue?
papers.
I mean, you don't got no court order against you, so why you
I
can't
don't
know
He's
where
have a
your
just
court
daughter
making
order
it
is?
up,
against
bro.
me, but if I show up to her, listen,
Uh,
if I get her address right now
You can
and I
go
show up
find
to
her.
her house, she can call the cops and have me removed. It's
Ow.
trespassing. Now, if I had an address, I wouldn't go to her
You
house.
can
I would
stand
go to the court
outside.
and have her
But you don't have
Right.
anything like
A restraining order.
you don't have any orders against you for staying a certain amount of distance away from her and all. So
No,
a lot
but
of
if
this
I
shit you
show
making
up
up in
to,
your own head.
He is.
I'm not making it. Okay, let me give you another example. We got into an argument the day before, right? Because for whatever. The
The
next
day
day when I
before,
came, just let
hold on,
me
hold on, hold on,
finish.
hold on,
You
hold on,
gotta
hold
let
on,
me
hold on, hold on.
finish.
Hold on, no, no, no. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I want to know. I want you to answer. I want you to answer. Do you got an immigrant background, bro?
Do I have a
Yo, yo,
who? Immigrant?
immigrant background. All right.
What's
Are your people foundational
what's the
Black
name? Well,
Americans?
then
Y'all
my
Huh?
don't know nothing
my
about
family's
this right
Muslim, and
here.
that's about it.
What's that?
This
Okay,
is what
gotcha.
the
All right,
this is
you
making
what
make
the
it
sense
clear.
now.
conversation can devolve into.
It's making sense. You,
Yeah, y'all niggas
yo, it's
don't know the
bugging out.
system, bro.
Yo,
It
bugging.
makes sense though
Listen,
with when they
listen.
ask that
Let me give you
sometimes,
an
but sometimes they
example.
kind of go off the
That's why you
rails.
signed up with Cardi B
No, I just
Yeah.
don't know. I
against
feel
Offset.
like Offset is acting like a bitch. That was this whole
No, Cardi B is
conversation.
Why
acting
this
like a
shit
Yeah,
bitch.
start?
Cardi
But
B
look,
acting
look,
like a bitch,
and
not
that's an
Offset.
opinion. But the fact
And I like
remains
what he's
is,
doing.
hold
You
on.
know why? Because they're gonna end up in court, and all of her bullshit is gonna end up in a transcript. And guess what?
That right
Hold
there,
on.
that
Guess
right.
what?
You're right.
Because once those lawyers get to deposing and digging through information,
Hold
This
on, real
shit
quick,
that
bro.
she
G
had.
Money, give me
Listen
that
to me, bro.
website
I
again.
know
Vital
you're a real good
Records.
talker when it comes to everything but finding your kid, but just listen for a second,
That's that's
okay?
that's that's that's
Dude,
fucked up, little
dude,
guy.
dude.
But it's okay. I'm with you.
So she claims she didn't have herpes, and Tasha B put that shit out there with no proof, and so they sued her and got all of this fucking money. Okay, now when
Oh
Offset
no, they ain't
when
got no
Offset
money.
drags her through the court system, this kind of shit may come up, and they may actually get into the nitty gritty. It may actually uncover some shit like some actual VD and STDs and shit being in her past, especially if she's cheated on him and maybe brought something home. Like, bro, you don't know what the real reason for Offset doing what he's doing. You don't know why this shit is happening. This is some dirty shit at the end of the day, bro. And her lawyers have told her that, and that's what she's mad about, Nate. This ain't about no motherfucking money like you think it is. Okay? These people have plenty of fucking money.
That's why
That's all I
when
was
the
saying.
incident first started, she was trying to play nice at first beginning. She was like, "Yo, just let him have half. He can just take half of the assets, all that stuff." And then this nigga, all this stuff coming out when he decided to ask for spousal support. Now she like going online saying that the nigga need to die. And I was just always I'm like curious, bro. I heard that the other day. I'm like, bro, why the fuck? I heard that yesterday, and I'm like, bro, it's something about that. It's off a little bit, bro. She came online and announced in front of a whole bunch of people. Basically, had like today's version of a press briefing and said, "Yo, I want the father of my children to die," and then went into detail on how she wants him to die. I want him to die slow. I'm like, bro, something's
I
off
want them to
about this
suffer.
shit. Something off
Hey,
about this
hey, like that
situation.
brother then came in here earlier said, this might be an album rollout. She might be trying to get some quick music
Nah,
out.
this shit
Nah, this a
personal.
culture thing, bro. This a culture thing with their culture,
It could
and
be
you
all
see
that
all the
too. It could be
immigrant
all that too.
and she ain't trying to give no money up because nigga, that ain't what
Bitch ass
immigrants.
Egyptian is
That
in
ain't, you know what
here.
I'm saying? Oh, you got an issue with Egyptian?
She dumber than a bag of rocks, nigga.
Well, y'all got into it. Y'all just cool.
You
You
But
mad at
anyway,
Egyptian?
you
Oh,
still on your
oh,
bullshit,
Egyptian. Oh,
man.
I
Your
know
ass
her.
be
Oh
calling
yeah,
motherfuckers out when you don't give a
that
Nah, she
fuck.
chick.
know what
Yeah,
she did, bro.
That's what's up.
what she
See,
uh
that's
do?
what I'm
oh.
saying. When you say that shit in these
I,
rooms, you know this.
I can't tell you, Lo.
Look,
But
no,
she
see,
know what
that's what
she
I'm
did.
saying. You can't do that, Ben. Don't
oh
even call her
damn.
out in the room then. This nigga ain't
Y'all
gonna
gotta
leave.
get off of Twitter Spaces if you on there. Don't go on
Yeah, but so you know what I'm saying? It's some immigrant linking up going on. Some but it's all good, bro.
It's
Because
wonderful. It's wonderful because the thing about it is, at the
I think he been treated unfairly. I think Offset, bro, throughout this whole relationship, man, he's a quiet guy, bro. He's kind of like a, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah,
himself kind of guy.
yeah, all
I
these
ain't saying
people is
he
full
he
of shit.
clean like he done his
Nigga, he
dirt.
was gambling in Houston. He got his cousin killed. All of this shit is bullshit on some level,
I'm
bro.
not gonna argue with Benji
Yeah,
today. He got mad because I
Like,
dropped him
no,
from
I'm
my.
not. I'm not saying. I'm not about to make it seem like he's perfect or she's
I dropped him
perfect.
from my space the other day.
But I
but
definitely
she
know.
definitely
I
be on some
definitely
bullshit. She
know.
got more of a history of being on some
Well,
bullshit.
he came up there
This
to
is about
apologize.
dirtying each other up, bro. At the end of the day, nobody's a saint here. Egyptian, you stupid. You told me you would take $100,000 house over $100,000 worth of Bitcoin 2 years
Nigga, that's
ago,
because
and
I
the
All
house
wasn't.
is worth
right,
more.
I'll
That's
be
I
because
know
I
back
you
to
told you.
dumb. You shut up.
No, you shut the
that's
fuck up. I'm not about
crazy.
to argue with you today. You mad because I
Nigga,
wasn't sitting
and
here
then she
looking.
told me,
I was not
that
sitting here
Houston,
looking.
the reason Houston is as progressive as it is because people from Atlanta came here and made it this way. Like,
And they did.
I can't
That is
believe some of the
true.
shit I hear on here
There's Twitter
That is
sometimes.
Nah,
Spaces,
y'all
true.
y'all.
getting
What
out
No,
are
it
this
y'all
is
What are
car.
not
y'all
Y'all
talking
need
about?
to
So
true.
get
you
on
saying
I'm
Twitter
that
getting
people in
out this
Spaces.
People in
car.
Atlanta
What
was
Atlanta
I
not
are
what
not
I
progressive
like
hear
very
now?
That's
well
what it
here.
when
can.
they
That's
didn't
how
go
the
fight for?
conversations just all
Nigga,
over the place. That's
you don't
why I
Everybody
even run
from
have
into
Atlanta
Atlanta
came
Outta
from
niggas like
here.
somewhere
that in
else,
Houston.
didn't
issues
they?
over
Didn't
Fuck
there,
everybody
out
and
of
I'm
from
here.
trying
Atlanta
to
come from
have
Fuck
somewhere
out of
else?
here.
conversations. I don't
Nigga,
have them
Fuck
niggas
out
in
of
conversations
Atlanta
here.
didn't
usually,
even
You're
but
make Atlanta. It was niggas from everywhere else came
Yeah,
here
that's
and
what I'm
made it
saying.
what
shut
it
Mostly
the
what it
everybody in
was.
motherfucking
Atlanta
lie.
come from
much because I
everywhere
was
Yeah,
else.
she
arguing
don't
with
even
people that I
understand that.
wasn't
Come to
supposed to be
tell me
arguing with.
some niggas from Atlanta came
Conversations was
to
taking these
Houston and made
crazy
it
If
here.
you go if
turns,
you
Shut
go
the
in
just
fuck
Houston,
out the
if
up.
you go
blue.
in
Stuff
Houston right
just
now, a lot of
Houston
randomly
that
is
shit
just
is
made
owned
by
happening.
by a lot of
Texans,
that
nigga.
shit
The
is
It
owned
nigga
by
was a
fucking
black
mess.
people
Atlanta
built this
people.
motherfucker,
But
nigga, from
Okay, so
here.
black people,
You
why the fuck
sound
you got a
yeah, let me
nigga from
play
crazy.
Turkey
y'all
Where's
Leg
she
doing
what
coke?
Cardi
from?
B
The nigga
actually
from
said.
Turkey
She
She
came.
Leg
She
from
had her
owns
Georgia.
own
She
Atlanta
like
space,
an
coke.
right?
old
So why
country.
the fuck
Is
Atlanta,
she
Turkey
black
Leg got
Atlanta.
a party
American?
that
She
Nigga,
had her
listen.
own
Okay.
space, which is what something that she normally does. I don't know if y'all are over there. I gotta close this out. I had to come back. I don't know if y'all are over there that much, but it's a lot of celebrities that come on Twitter and open up spaces and really speak their mind, which is something that I'm surprised that a lot of like blogs and stuff hadn't really picked up on it. because this happens a lot. If you follow like Glorilla, she's always opening up a space. Uh, Cardi B, I think I've seen Coyle Ray. Um, Luke, he constantly getting into it with people, especially about politics. Luke, other politicians. What was the politician who got caught doing something gay? He be in like regular people's spaces just talking, bro. Damn. It was this guy, he was just in like Congress. He was either a congressman or a senator. And I think they had kicked him out. He was doing some gay Santos, something Santos. His last name was Santos. You was in that same space before you got on her too? That shit crazy, man. I'm talking about crazy. But let me play y'all what Cardi B was saying in this space.
Cause now I'm gonna crash out and I don't give a fuck. Word to my mother, I don't give a fuck. You a bitch. Nigga, you a fucking bitch. And I don't give a fuck. And I don't want nobody calling me. I don't want nobody fucking calling me. Alright, let's start. Let's motherfucking start. Now you a bitch. And now I'ma state my shit. Alright. Listen up, right? Listen up, y'all listening? Listen up. The fact that I'm waking up right now, right? The fact that I'm waking up right now to see that this fuck nigga and his fuck ass team, I know it's not his team. I
Yeah,
know
that's the
it's
space.
his
That's the
bitch
one.
ass. Gonna tell the Breakfast Club the only reason why this motherfucker asking for spousal support because I was asking for everything. Because I was asking for everything and because I don't be with my kids. Yo, you such a fucking pussy ass nigga. Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die fucking slow, nigga.
Right there. Wishing death on your own baby daddy, the father of your kids. Wanting the nigga to die slow. All because he asked for spousal support. That shit is vitriol and that shit is anger and she is on 10. And she lost her damn mind. That's what women do. They like to fuck people over. They like to take advantage of situations. But when the rabbit got the gun, they don't like it. They wish death and harm and all that kind of shit on you. I know this for a fact because I've been through the same shit. Remember my baby mama. I couldn't believe one day she said she wanted me to die. And I didn't even do nothing to her, bro. She was the one that cheated. All of that shit. Cheated, was getting over anything you could think of. I didn't do nothing to her. I never cheated on her. I was the goofy nigga that was head over heels for her, was willing to do anything for her. She did everything to me and she wanted me to die. All over spousal support. Because this man asked for some money. Because women feel like dudes shouldn't get to ask for nothing. You should just leave. They should just get away with everything. They should be able to cheat, fuck you over, take stuff from you, treat you any kind of way, and you just need to be a man and just leave. But see, on the opposite end of that, they can fuck you over, cheat on you, do you wrong, probably threaten your life, threaten to take your kids from you, and get spousal support and get child support. And that's just fair. That's just right. That's just how it's supposed to go. It's just it's two sides to all of this shit. But now when the courts get involved, like me, because I'm on child support, they don't even get everything that they're supposed to get. If you could come to an agreement with them, they will probably get more. But when the courts get involved, they got their little hands in it. Nah, she don't know. She probably don't care, bro. She losing it. This is why we say that women shouldn't be in charge of things. They too emotional. Look how she's acting, wishing death on people, wanting folks to die. How many kids they got? Like three? Shit is. I just think it's wrong for women to just act like men aren't entitled to the same type of things that they're entitled to. What world are we living in? This is 2025. I can do everything a man can do. I make more money than men. Don't they always say all that shit? We're more educated than men. We make more money than men. Oh, well, you know what comes with that? Child support, spousal support, things getting split up 50-50. You may have to sell the house and split the proceeds. Me too. All the shit that she been saying. Cause look, he ain't the only one that cheated. She cheated too. So how is it that because he cheated, now he's not entitled to anything? She was cheating too. Wasn't she messing with Trayvon Diggs? I mean, that's not really cheating, but I don't think they were divorced yet. I don't think they are divorced now. I think they still going through the process. They Women don't like to play fair when it comes to this kind of stuff. They don't like to play fair at all. Wishing death on somebody.
When you die, nigga, I want you to die slow in the bed. And while you die, nigga, you gotta think of me.
Wow.
Let me tell y'all something, right? When I first when I first filed for fucking child support, when I first filed for child support, my lawyer filed for child support. I mean, when I first filed for divorce, my lawyer filed for shit. And this nigga started spazzing, right? So I told my lawyer, there's a renew, what's that shit called? There's a renew, there's a renew divorce paper, right? And in the renewed
He can
divorce
spaz. He can't
paper,
spaz, but she
in the
can.
renewed divorce paper, um, I asked for no child support. I didn't ask for no child support because I want to be done with this marriage. Like I feel like I'm tied up. I asked for no child support. Kiari is allowed to see my kids. There is not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. Okay? He stood up my kids 3 times. He have seen Blossom only like 5 times. Okay? And I've been trying to save your face. But for you, stop playing saying that I don't be seeing my fucking kids. Stop playing because you don't want to look like a less of a bitch ass nigga. You all right. If I keep you away from the kids, right? All right. You talk to the kids almost every single day. You call the kids every single day. I allow you to talk to the kids every single day. If I allow you to talk to the kids, why would I not allow you not to see the kids? It was a point that he was making a big deal like, oh, I'm not going to go to New York to see the kids because I'm not going to be seeing my kids in a hotel room. All right. I was like, all right, so you could see him in my mom's house. You still made it a big deal. And I love my daughter so much. Yo, if I'm lying, my kids could die if I'm lying. I said, you
What?
know what? To make it easier for you, you could see the kids in my house. Just because I want my daughter to feel the love of her dad. Because I want my kids to have that love of their dad. I want the love of both parents, even if we're not together. Also, the last time we seen the kids was in March on Cody's birthday. Okay? So before you start talking to me about I don't see my kids, let's talk about it. You haven't seen the kids since March. Okay? You say you was gonna go see the kids after you went when you did your Dominican Republic trip. You stood them up. You went to do a hosting in Boston, and you stood them up. You say you was gonna see the kids after Mother's Day, and you stood them up. My kids, my house is always open. My house is always open for you to see my kids, and you still haven't seen them. So why you saying that you're asking for spousal support because I'm trying to take the kids from you? The kids is always open to see you all the time, and you know it. You talk to my kids every single day. It's not my fault you don't want a fucking flight to New York. The fuck?
Why he got to fly to New York? That his kids too. You can't bring the kids to him, or he can't come get the kids and bring them where he is for a little bit. See, that's the thing about this too. The women, they want stuff to be on their terms. On when they're coming up with all the stipulations and whatnot. I even heard somebody in that space. She was saying, what did she say? How did she word it? She said, when we got a divorce, when we broke up, my baby daddy wanted he wanted a house, and I allowed him to have. And I'm like, allowed? How do you allow somebody to have some? The way she was explaining all of the things that happened after the breakup was as if she was in control. I allowed him to have a house, not the house that they had together, but she she allowed him to, I guess, make enough money to have it. It's like, you don't control somebody's fate like that. But that's how women think about it. They think, oh, once I have your child, I own you, every aspect of you, inside and outside of the relationship. If I want you to have a car, then you can go ahead, you can get you a car. But if I don't want you to have a car, I'm finna turn the child. It's like they can turn up the notch on the child support payments and just any type of, that's in their head. That's what they think. Oh, I can do this and I can do that. No, you can't do that. What makes you think you can control me? Women have this thing about this whole control shit. I don't like that shit. And they do feel overly entitled, bro. You right. He said he admitted it to be foul though. He probably did. But he's still entitled to it. That don't I don't It don't matter whether he cheated or not, or he just doing it just to be doing it. He's still entitled to file for spousal support if he wants to. Women do foul stuff just to be foul to men all the time, and they get away with it. They they do stuff to men just to do it, and they end up with a car and a house and payments, and nobody says nothing. So to me, honestly, that's really irrelevant. Like, I don't even care, bro. I don't care if he's doing it to be spiteful. I don't care if he's doing it to be an asshole. I don't even care. He's entitled to do that. Everybody just has an issue with it because it's a man doing it to a woman. Well, I'm sorry. The playing field now is becoming level. You're reaping what you sow. This is what women ask for. You got to take the good with the bad. You see all these lesbian women out here. They don't want to take the bad. They just want all the good. When it's time to act like a man and do manly things in a relationship, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do none of that. God forbid that they have to actually do something manly. Fix a car, repair the toilet, unclog the sink. Then they don't want to do it. Take out the trash. I seen a post where lesbian chick, she was complaining about having to take out the trash. I'm like, you don't want to take out the trash? Nah, she didn't want to take out the trash. She said she still had womanly hands, and taking out the trash and stuff would hurt her hands. She would, she still has a woman part, so she still has her bad days, and I don't give a fuck. You wanted to be a man. Be a man. Let me find this one post. It was a text message. Man, y'all see old girl cooking with Kaya? I was kind of defending her at first. Now I'm looking at her like she just another internet thought, bro. I know she was kind of showing her little cheeks and whatnot, but she was cooking and shit. Now, flashing, nip slips. When I seen that, I said, bro, she done. She cooked, like they say. She's cooked. She definitely cooked. Lord have mercy. It may be way down here somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I'll find it. But basically, I think she was just asking her to take care of some school clothes for the kids. And the dyke chick was like, no offense, but them ain't my kids. I think that you should ask their baby daddies. And she was like, what? Like we've been together for so long, and I'm just bro, just disgraceful. Say unclogging a sink and taking out the trash are the easiest parts of being a man when you have to do a bunch of things that you don't want to do and have to swallow your tongue. Yeah. She didn't want to do that, bro. She was literally on the video complaining about taking out the trash. Like it was a big deal. I'm like, bro, men do that shit all the time. That's just a thing that, like, as a man, you don't even ask your girl to take out. Who asked their girl to take out the trash? That's crazy. Like you knew that as a kid. Like if you had sisters or something, you never, man, won't Susie take out. You never said no shit like that. You just took the trash out. You have a girlfriend or a wife, you just take the trash out. You just grab it and go. She didn't want to do that. But they want to get on pictures and act like they man next to their girl, like, you know, with the poses and all of the other goofy shit that they got going on. But the real man parts of it, the real manly stuff, they don't want nothing to do with it. And I don't like that because to me, it's like, it don't work like that. It's the same thing as when Candace had that argument with old boy from Hollywood Unlocked. And she was telling him, being a woman is not like putting on a costume. Cause he was telling her, like, yeah, I know some women who can't even do that right. Y'all don't have the boobs, you don't have the ass, and this, and that. And that's irrelevant. It don't matter. It's still a woman. Nothing's changing there. Whether she can have kids or not, it's still a real woman. The trans people, y'all can't have kids because y'all not supposed to have kids because you're not a real woman. That's the problem. Yeah, being a man to some of these dykes is like that's a costume for them. Now some of them don't even want to do that. He's trying to straighten up now. Let me see what they talking about over here in this other space again. Who that lady thick? I wonder if they still talking. They might have just shut it down. I don't see it no more. Oh, Princessa, she talking about it. But I don't see. Oh, there you go. He right there. Let's see.
Am I on? I'm
The
trying
hell
to
you
play the
trying to run shit
recording.
for
What the
them?
fuck?
No, you not just playing a recording. If you were just playing a recording, you'll still be the co-host.
I
You
know, but
doing
Balance
other
is
shit.
talking too
You
much.
you over here. You interrogating Balance. You're
Bro,
accusing
I
him.
just
So you
wanted to know
you
if he
throwing
sucked
this shit out there.
Eddie's.
You're being
You
Oh my
heard
whack.
right.
God.
You
You're
want
being
to know
whack.
what my dick is doing,
Why the fuck?
Because
period.
that's
And
what
I'm
they're
not
Why the
gonna
fuck?
saying.
hold on.
That's
Now,
that's
No,
what the
no,
streets
SJ,
are
I'm not
saying.
gonna
no.
tell
But
you
Okay,
who?
they
nothing
on some
about my
bullshit
dick,
right now.
period, bitch.
They
Regardless
on
of
But
some
what
you
I
don't
bullshit
do.
right
even
now.
you
I
don't
thought they
even
was
I
gonna
would
be
never
asm
talking
do
about
no
that.
about
shit like that.
the
So
Cardi
why is
B
you
and
even
Offset stuff,
concerned about what's going on with this old dick?
but I guess
You
not.
funky bitch.
The nigga told you. He told you that he don't want to answer that question, and
Okay,
you
I'm
interrogating
airdropping
him
this
now.
I
right
guess
All right,
not.
now.
you're
Man, I'm gonna
Oh,
isolating
piss you
yourself
off
because
because
they
you've
not
been
about to
more
fuck with you.
Nigga, wait, I
oh
don't even like
boy.
them. What are
you
you
ain't
talking
getting
about? You
shit.
think I'm trying to fuck with them?
Well,
All
No.
right, well, not well,
Loki,
I
why
yeah.
would
didn't
you
You
even
think
I
said
didn't
that?
want to
I'm
talk
not
yesterday
friends
about. I
with none of
wanted
them
to talk about
bitches.
that. I should have
because you
went. I'm
said
gonna
yesterday
do
you
this,
was
man.
feeling
Fuck this.
bad
I'm gonna
I
for
start
him,
said I
going
felt
and now
live.
bad
you
for
over here
Eddie's. What are
interrogating
you talking
balance.
I
about?
told you on
Well,
that
you need to
vertical
stop.
stream,
You need
more
to stop
people
Oh,
was
what
talking
happened to
interrogating
over
Miss
the
there.
people
Eddie's? Why
that you
you
claim to
feeling
be on the
bad for
side
her?
with. Then,
What
For
happened
some
to her?
reason, whenever I use
That's why I'm
this,
trying
it
to play
Has
just
the
she
don't
been
kick
on
recording,
the
in.
stage
Balance,
talking
People
but you
about
coming
you?
won't let
through.
me.
Did you
because
talk to her?
Anyway,
she claims she trying to
I'm
get
gonna
her
just
in the
start
space.
using
That shit ain't
OBS from
gonna
now
happen.
on as
They
much
don't
as I
believe that
can.
shit.
I probably do my
This bitch
videos
You
on
don't
trolling
think you
this
than
think
a
they
and
stupid?
motherfucker,
use
boy.
OBS
It's
to go
killing you.
live.
Yeah, you
So,
gonna be mad about this one, baby, because you ain't gonna
You
get
yep,
gonna have to
that's
shit.
what
pick.
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
end
have
up
to
All
pick a
doing.
you gonna
side,
get
I'll
is
nigga.
what
You
you
continue
can't
to
be
got.
doing
advocate
that
for
shit.
them.
Which that
So
First
I'm
of
gonna
shit.
holler
all,
at
you're
What
not
y'all,
shit
doing
they
man.
that, you
made up,
guys.
goddamn.
We're
Peace.
not doing that.
Yeah, I'm finna aggravate you
Uh,
about that.